Alright guys, what's up? Tony with Venture Tube. The weather's finally gotten right. It's finally warmer, although it's not warm. It's about 55 degrees, but the water is like glass. For Lake Conroe, it is like glass. So it is 4:37 right now, and I plan on fishing into the night and hopefully get some nice night fishing action for you guys again. Y'all seem to really like that video. So however, I have been fishing in the evenings and the largemouth have not been biting. I've been fishing deep for white perch at a marina and caught one. The fishing has just been horrible, but I expect that with this weather. I'm just out. I'm enjoying the sun and the calm Lake Conroe. I think it's going to make for a pleasant kayaking evening and night. So one other thing I want to mention too is that on my last night fishing video, I didn't have my light quite set up right, but this time I'm bringing my Primus mini lantern. It's a mini lantern that runs off butane. So this is an expensive little booger, but since I motorcycle camp a lot, I try to get the lightest things as possible. And I've never used it on a kayak. Never really needed to, so figured that might light up the whole area. Plus that thing gets so hot it might give off some good heat. I plan on hanging the lantern from my umbrella mast that I use for myself, so we'll see how that goes too. But I know it's definitely going to light up the area, so hopefully the camera will be able to pick up all the action a little better than the last one. So I'm going to head out to deeper water, turn on the fish finder just to see what's down there, and maybe I'll catch something before it gets dark. Come on, let's go. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Santa Claus brought me a new life jacket, so I really like it. It's a little bit more modern than the other one, fits a little better. It's got 3 straps instead of just 2, and it's got bigger pockets. Keep my buff in here, safety whistle, a little bag that I ripped out of one of my fishing shirts that was old, and I can keep my license in there if I want, put something else in there. You know, basically trying to make it function like one of those more expensive PFDs. But I really like it. And on this side, I got my fish stick scent that I tied up. I use this stuff, guys. I don't know if you do, but I love it. I think it really makes a difference. I just drilled a hole through the cap and knotted it on the other side, so if I get a new tube, all I got to do is take it off and put it on this cap. And I got a pair of fingernail clippers tied on some catfish string here, and that's about it. There's the boater. I guess he's enjoying this calm lake as well. So I got a question for you guys. I know the Hobie Pro Angler is the best fishing platform kayak there is for the most part. I mean, each particular kayak may suit someone differently depending on how they're using it, but I mean, this thing is a boat, like I've said so many times before. But I'm actually considering the new Hobie Tandem Island, the 2015, the single seater. Looks like it's going to be a great kayak, and the versatility of it is phenomenal. The fact that you can sail, and you can sail fast and get to your fishing location and pull in your amas, put your sail down, and you still got a 16-foot stable platform to fish out of. Now, as far as standing and fishing, that's my only concern. But all my other concerns that I had with that kayak, Hobie, for the most part, addressed everything. They've made the kayak taller so you're not sitting so close to the surface of the water. They've increased the sail area. and they gave you more headroom for us bigger people, us taller people. I'm 6'3". I sat in that kayak and the sail would literally hit me in the head. Now, of course, when you're sailing, it's out to the side, but you know, tacking back and forth, you know, it can slap you in the head if you're not paying attention. You know, a minor detail, but like I said, Hobie addressed every objection I've had to that kayak. So hopefully when they get their demos out, I can try one and I'll get a video of that for you guys. So we'll see. I kind of hate to get rid of this one. I don't think my wife's going to let me have two. I don't know. Alright guys, we got a fish on here. I don't think he's very big. A little largemouth. Oh, hang on, Bubba. Little bitty guy. He's long and skinny. No black spots. But that is my first largemouth in about a week and a half, which is a long time for me. I'm serious. Hey, buddy. I've gotten so much rain lately that it's almost hard for me to skip underneath these docks. I mean, I can do it, of course, I'm professional, but it's a little bit harder. It requires slightly more effort. Not much, though. I just hit the dock then. Cut. Let's try another spot. Got a couple of bites, but nothing big, nothing worth staying for. Now the funny thing out here on this lake is you see all these big houses and, you know, nice boats, and it looks like no one is ever there and no one ever uses the boat. Maybe because they're having to work to pay the mortgage. I'd rather have a small home with no payment than a huge house with a huge payment. And maybe they don't use their boats because they wish they had a kayak. Here come the waves. Fish on, guys. I don't think it's very big. Nope. Another little largemouth. Yeah, he's got some shoulders. I like to toy with him. Come here, buddy. There you go. Little largemouth. No black spots. Get some more. Okay, so it just dawned on me why I'm seeing so much boat traffic. It's Tuesday. They fish tournaments every Tuesday and Thursday night here on Lake Conroe, and I never fish on Tuesday or Thursday night, just because of the fact that there's so many boats running around, and we've had some people get killed out here on this lake. I actually used to work with a guy that knew the family, or I think was actually related to the guy, his brother or something like that, that got killed out here on this lake. and such a tragedy. But I never fish on Tuesday and Thursday, and it didn't even come to my head that today's Tuesday. This was a spur of the moment kind of fishing trip, so hopefully they don't run me off. A lot of times these guys will be fishing the lights at night, and those lights don't belong to them, they belong to me. Kayaks take precedence over boats. That's how I see it. It's like pedestrians. Alright guys, I've bundled up a little better. Here is the Primus lantern. Hopefully you can see that. It comes with this nifty little bag. I'll take it out for you. There you go. A micro lantern. Has one mantle and even comes with a little wire cable to hang it. But you just run them off these MSR fuel canisters. I've had this one for a while. They last a pretty good bit. I'm normally not ever keeping this thing on high. It works well. You'll see, or at least I hope you'll see. But just wanted to give you a look at it so you know what I'm talking about. Because when it gets nighttime, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. It might just look like a big glowing thing. But it was expensive. You guys know I'm not one to spend a lot of money on things, but on some items I believe it's worth it. Like the Pro Angler. Fish on, guys, fish on. That might be a pretty good fish, I don't know. Pretty sure it's a largemouth. Not too bad. Too bad. Oh, well, he was a little camera shy. I think that was the problem. The mantle had, let's see. There we go. It feels good. So there you go. Once it gets dark, that ought to light it up pretty nicely. Okay, you can see here I have the metal cable wrapped around the front hatch bungees, and it's just sitting on the front deck. I think that'll do just fine. Put the cable through there in case I do hook a fish and my rod decides to hit this over, it won't go into the water. So, and my little design on the lid there is rubber, so it kind of keeps the base from slipping around. So I think that may work out pretty good. We'll see. It's getting dark. Alright guys, we got a fish on. First cast here. That was pretty good. Oh yeah, got us a large mouth. Oh yeah. Around the front here. Going under the kayak here. Jeez, bigger than I thought it was. Oh yeah, we got a nice one here, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. Better get you in the net. He's barely hooked. Barely hooked. Come here. Come here. All right. Well, that's the way to start off the night, guys. Okay, here we go. I guess it might be time to light up the lantern. That's a nice fish. It's not that long, he's definitely a keeper, but look at the stomach. Now, you guys should be able to see that black spot right there. That's what I'm talking about. He's got that one right there, and looks like he's got a small one right there on the gill plate. But besides that, a healthy looking fish. See if we can catch some more. Alright guys, we got a fish on here. Hang on, brother. Bad fish. Man, these fish are feeding. Okay guys, pretty good looking fish. Big nice belly. No black spots. Hope y'all are seeing that. I think I'm fixing to light up the lantern. I think it's dark enough to do it, so. Let me get the lantern started real quick. How's that, guys? Can you see me? This is actually pretty cool. It's like camping on your kayak. We got a fish on, guys. Coming around the front here. Alright. Let's get you in. Alright. Pretty healthy fish. One little spot right here on his tail. I know all these fish are probably fine, but ain't no need in taking chances. I got fish in the freezer. He's definitely a keeper. Good looking fish. Alright, let's get her back in the water. Okay, well so far it's been about what, 3 fish? So not too bad. It's not like it normally is out here, but it's not bad. So with that being said, I'd really like to hook a hybrid. They just fight so hard. There is a light on the way back to the dock that may hold some hybrids sometimes. We'll see. But I really would like to hook up on one so I can use my new scale that I got from Academy, tournament choice, 50-pound scale. So haven't got to use it on a fish yet, so that would be fun. Anyway, I'm really liking the lantern on the front of the kayak. It's not putting out as much light out here as I thought it would have, but the ambiance is great. It's like sitting in a floating cabin. Back to fishing. Alright guys, another fish on somewhere. Yeah. Coming around to you. Little guy. Yeah, you got the hook out for me. That's not gonna cut it. Still looking for big boy. Let's get him back in the water. Well guys, the fish aren't really biting at this spot, so I'm going to make my way back toward the launch, and there's usually 1 or 2 lights I can fish if they have them on, and maybe I can pull a hybrid out of this, but there's just not much activity going on like normal. This cold front, or this cold snap, has really shut down the fishing, at least for me it has. Something was just smoking. I think a bug crawled on my lantern and just got fried. So anyway, this is what I'm looking at. Pretty nice out here. This is pretty cool. So you guys know that I do 2-Tip Tuesday every other Tuesday, so it's obviously not this week, it'll be next week. But I wanted to do something different. I always give tips on what helps me, and I know that does help some of you guys out there, but I want to see what kind of problems you guys are having with your kayak, or what you haven't figured out yet. And if you have a problem, shoot me a comment on one of the videos, or an email, or heck, even take a video and show me exactly what the problem is, and it'll give me more ideas for 2-Tip Tuesday. Honestly, I've just about fixed everything that I have a problem with on my kayak, so I'm always brainstorming and trying to think of more things, but you guys, the videos are to help you guys, so send me your questions, send me your problems, and hopefully I can help you get them worked out. And if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, 2-Tip Tuesday is where I show you guys tips, 2 tips every other Tuesday to help you when you're kayaking. So for the new people out there that are just getting into the sport of kayaking, this may be something you're interested in. So subscribe to my channel and maybe you'll get some good advice, hopefully. So anyway, I got this light in my face and I can't see where I'm going, so I'm going to shut it down and we're going to the next light. Okay guys, straight ahead is the next light. I'm going to creep up on it real quiet like, without anchoring, and make a couple casts and see what comes out of it. That scared the crap out of me. But if somebody took my fishing spot, I'd probably be hollering like that too. Oh yeah, fish on, fish on. Oh, hang on, horsey. Well, you in a hurry to get in this boat, huh? Come here. Alright. Get the light on here. And I could see another fish swimming around the light. Get out of there, buddy. A bad little bass. Looks healthy. Again, probably not going to catch another one, but I sure am going to try. Let's get him back in the water. Ooh, that was a bite right there, guys. And that was also luck. Normally when you make as much noise as I just did, they'll run. But I casted where I saw that fish swimming around, and maybe he's still over there. He's not a big boy. Nope, not here. It's starting to get really cold. My fingers are freezing. I got one more light, hopefully to fish if it's on. So we're gonna go check it out. Hopefully pull out something big before we have to go home and think about catching something big. So stay tuned. Well guys, it looks like the action's gonna end right here. The light isn't on. It's normally on at this dock right here to my left, so I can't say that we had a bad day of fishing, but we didn't catch any really big monsters. But hey, at least we got to go fishing, and I'm about ready to call it a night. So it's 34 degrees and I'm pretty chilly. So guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, give me the thumbs up and share the video, and if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to catch more of my videos, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.